Okay, folks, it's your buddy Mike Messier. The big news is that the WWE supposedly, reportedly, has a preliminary agreement in place to sell their company to the Saudi Public Investment Fund. And I'm assuming that would include all your old WWE footage, pay-per-views, all the wrestling program that's currently streaming on Peacock, all the stuff from WCW and Smoky Mountain Wrestling and AWA and ECW, all our wrestling memories, world-class championship wrestling. I'm assuming that if this sale goes through, or if it already has gone through, all our wrestling memories that Junior McMahon and the brats, his daughter, his son-in-law, have acquired through treacherous tactics over the last several decades, they would all be in the grip of the Saudi Public Investment Fund. Now look, as you know, I have nothing against the citizens of Saudi Arabia. However, the Saudi Arabian Sports Authority that have been sponsoring these crown jewel shows and greatest Royal Rumbles, that's basically, closely associated, if not overlapping, with the Saudi Arabian government, who've had very restrictive laws on their citizens, most especially females, until most recently not allowing them to drive, not allowing the women to be out in public without a male escort, whether that be a husband or a father or brother or something, killing more civilians by execution in one day than any other country. The horrible story with the American Reporter a few years ago, which the WWE ignored and went on with the show a few days later over there. So, and, depending on who you ask or what report you read, some might say that the Saudi Arabians had something to do with the attacks 9/11 over 20 years ago. So you tell me, folks, if this is a new ownership that you want to support. The reality is that a certain percentage of fans will drop off because of this. A certain percentage of fans will finally say enough is enough, as the late, great Owen Hart used to say, and it's time for a change, and they will stop watching WWE if and when this sales go through. But the reality is, I know already that a great deal of you, even if the women wrestlers have to start cloaking themselves all together, to keep with Sharia law, even if certain storylines are manipulated, even if some legacy acts like maybe the Iron Sheik or Muhammad Hassan, suddenly their footage on the Peacock or whatever streaming the Saudis use starts to get altered, some of you will just remain idiot McMarks, and you'll continue to watch the Saudi Arabian sponsored sports entertainment company, as it might be rechristened. You'll continue to watch this programming because you're too lazy to watch other wrestling promotions. You're too lazy to watch AEW or the NWA, the current NWA, and it's really boggling to you that you can just go to YouTube and find plenty of wrestling from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and so forth, all over YouTube. You could do plenty more to get your wrestling fix fulfilled, okay, than sit there and watch the current WWE. But you're too lazy, you're too ignorant, you're too resistant to that. So you'll continue to suffer, and you'll continue to show and live through a lack of your own morality. In fact, it's the WWE's fans' fault that this has gone on so far anyway. Years ago, I put my neck out on the line. I spoke to Vince Russo. I called for #RawProtest, and the majority of you assholes did not follow me. The majority of you assholes continued to watch WWE Raw and WWE SmackDown and complain about the lack of quality of these programs for years. But yet you continue to watch. You watched through the 2 out of 3 fall era. You watched through some of your favorite wrestlers, Karrion Kross wearing a demolition mask. You defended these actions somehow, okay? You defended Shawn Michaels, who said, "I'll never wrestle again," coming out of retirement to wrestle in Saudi Arabia, okay? So that's you. You, as the lack of morality WWE McMark, idiot McMark that you are, you helped facilitate this. you are a co-signer of this horrible deal. You should own it. You should take a goddamn look in the mirror and see that you're lacking in ethics, you're lacking in morality, and you have an addiction to pro wrestling. And the easiest candy, the mainstream heroine of pro wrestling, is your familiar WWE. If you put a little more effort into it, you could find better wrestling to watch. But you don't put the effort into it. You take what's the easy route. And that's the lack of moral fiber on your part, okay? So I've been talking to you fucking assholes for years, telling you that this Junior McMahon, who stabbed all his father's business partners in the back, the Cagneys, the Crockett's, the Sandy Scotts, the everybody. And now, what do we get? This is the manifestation of the evil of Junior McMahon and the lack of moral effort on your part. So that's it, folks. Y'all ought to be ashamed. You ought to take personal responsibility for this. Your little podcasts and your little Twitters and your little Facebook posts haven't meant a hill of shit up until now, and they'll continue to not mean a hill of shit. Enjoy your stupid WWE Saudi Arabian sponsored sports entertainment shit show company with all the alteredness and all that so forth. And as far as some of these reports that wrestlers for the WWE are, I won't wrestle for the Saudi Arabian. Well, where was your morality 5 fucking years ago? You didn't have it, okay? So I'm not surprised. I'm not even depressed about it. It's just the fucking chickens coming to hatch, okay? So bask in your own immoral behavior, soak in the sin of which you have created, WWE, idiot McMarks. Enjoy your Saudi Arabian sports entertainment shit show company. And that's it. I was right the whole goddamn time.